You may say Beijing's making this kind of demands for decades. And what's new? Here's what's different now: the urgency. Beijing has never been this desperate to take Taiwan. And there are three big reasons. First, China's economy is bleeding out. Beijing desperately needs a financial blood infusion to stay afloat. And they've set their eyes on Taiwan, on its wealth, cutting edge industries, technological edge, and personal wealth. And reason number two is a military takeover is becoming less and less realistic. Why? Well, because the PLA is in chaos, plagued by purges, corruption, and internal instability. And reason number three is Beijing worries that its stealth approach to Taiwan unification is losing momentum and time isn't on their side.
Why taking Taiwan won't save China's economy? Some people believe that if China takes over Taiwan, it'll somehow solve its economic problems. But that's not just wrong, it's dangerously naive. Let's break this down. Taiwan is a global tech hub. It leads in semiconductors, medical tech, and advanced manufacturing. It's nimble, trusted, and deeply connected to world markets. But here's the thing, none of that transfers with an invasion. You can take the land, you can take the buildings, but you can't take trust. You can't take freedom, and you can't force people to innovate at gunpoint. If Beijing tries to seize Taiwan, it will instantly lose what made Taiwan valuable in the first place: its independence, its global partnerships, and the willingness of its people to build and grow. Let's talk specifics. Point 1. Talent will flee. Taiwan's engineers, executives, and creators aren't just going to stay and work under a dictatorship. The smartest people will leave. That means brain drain. And when they go, they'll take their ideas, their capital, and their energy with them. You don't inherit genius by conquest. That's not how it works. Point 2. Global trust will collapse. Right now, Taiwan is trusted. Global companies work with them because it's stable and democratic. If China takes over, sanctions kick in, foreign investors pull out, and Taiwan stops being Taiwan. You don't get to keep the business if you destroy the environment it thrives in. Point 3. China's economy is weak for internal reasons. Let's be real, China's economic problems didn't start with Taiwan. It's facing high youth unemployment, a collapsing real estate sector, falling exports, and a loss of trust in its private sector. Taking Taiwan won't fix that. That's like painting over mold. It might look better for a minute, but the rot is still underneath. Point 4. The cost of war. A takeover wouldn't be easy or cheap. Military invasion, global sanctions, reputational damage, and economic fallout, that's not a fix. That's a crash. And guess what? Taiwan's defenses are growing. The US is watching. Japan's watching. A war would leave everyone worse off. Point 5. Real power comes from within. If China truly wants to be a global leader, it needs to start by fixing its own system. Rebuild trust. Protect private enterprise. Encourage freedom of thought. Create conditions where people want to stay and build something. Because land isn't value. Land is just space. Real value is people, trust, and freedom. So, no, taking Taiwan won't save China's economy. In fact, it could be the final blow to a system that's already cracking. The future won't be won by force. It'll be won by freedom by the countries that let people build, think, speak, and grow. So, China, before you do anything stupid, think long and hard. This was No Label. Until next time.